from season 4 finale was very bad. I genuinely don't know how they're gonna wrap this shit up in like one season. Anyway, yeah, The Boys, one of the most famous superhero shows on the planet, and over the years I didn't watch it. Despite all the big memes, the hype and everything, I never actually got around to watching the show. This year's show ended with his last season. I was like, let's fucking watch it, and 1 month ago I finally started it. It was actually a very good show. I actually binge watched season 1 to 3 in like 3 days, but then I got slowed down because Gen V wasn't really hitting as hard as The Boys. I don't hate Gen V, by the way, I actually like it. It just didn't hit as hard, and then other shows like Spider Noir came out and then I got busy. So, but yeah, I finally watched it, all the 5 seasons of The Boys, the 2 seasons of Gen V. But yeah, I actually personally very much like the show. I know the ending was pretty controversial, season 5, which I will talk about, and I will give my own opinions. But before that, I want to talk about the other season. Before that, my favorite characters, you want to know if you're interested, is Billy Butcher, Huey, and Soldier Boy. Like, these are my top 3. Like, I like Butcher because he's supposed to be the good guy, but he's not really a good guy. He's just someone who has a thirst for revenge, and that's it. Like, he just want to see this guy Homelander go down, and he will do anything in order to achieve that. Huey is your good guy, you know. Yes, he's doing bad things. He's actually doing it for a good, unlike Butcher, who just has revenge on his mind. And Soldier Boy is just funny. I just like him because he's fucking funny as fuck. He's the funniest character in the whole fucking show. He's just super fucking funny. Season 3 Soldier Boy is probably my favorite character. But anyway, yeah, season 3 was also my favorite season if you're interested. Season 1, 2 were good. Season 2 was actually very good. I actually enjoyed seeing Stormfront getting an ass beat. But season 3 is like my overall number 1. Like, everything was very good in season 3. The plot, the parody, the characters, the fight, like it still has the best fight. Soldier Boy, Huey, Butcher versus Homelander is still the best fight in the whole show. But yeah, I think season 3 is like the overall peak. My favorite part actually was the parody, by the way. Like, above characters, above storyline, above anything, fights and anything, my favorite part was the parody. Superheroes and like real world companies, movies, commercials. Like, they have a VCU, which is obviously supposed to be parody of MCU, and obviously all the main heroes, they're supposed to be parody of DC characters. Like, Homelander is Superman, Maeve is Wonder Woman, Deep is Aquaman, A-Train is Flash, so on and so forth. Season 5 parodies, will I say, were pretty weak, but I don't think that's the show fault. I think it's the real world fault, because real world has become a parody of its own. Even if they're trying to parody some shit, it's just something which happens in real life. And that's something which also scares me about upcoming GTA 6, because GTA 5 had some very good parody of real world stuff, but I don't know if GTA 6 will hit as hard considering the state of the world we live in. But yeah, season 4 wasn't really my favorite, and season 5 is where it went downhill. I don't hate season 5, by the way. Like, I don't hate it. I still think it's still The Boys, so it's still fun to watch. There's still funny moments. There's still like parodies and stuff, which is still funny. But I feel like in terms of story and stuff, the season 5 was the weakest. Season 4 is also not really super good either, but it was supposed to be a setup season for finale. And that's the problem with the finale, because the setup and everything was already done, but they're still wasting time doing the most dumb shit ever. That's my problem with season 5. Like, yeah, let's talk about season 5 now. My biggest problem is like plot doesn't move much for like first 7 episodes. Like, season 5 episode 4, the whole fucking episode was a waste of time. The whole episode where they go in this fort, whatever the fuck it is, to get the V1, the first generation of V, so and Homelander doesn't get his hands on it and become immortal. And the whole episode is literally just like a setup episode for upcoming Walt Rising prequel show. Like, that's literally what the whole episode is. It's literally just setting up shit which happened like years ago. Again, it's literally just supposed to be setup episode for their upcoming spin-off. The whole episode contribution to the overall plot was that Brightbaum, whatever the fuck his name was, that guy has a V1. The whole episode was so fucking useless. It didn't help moving plot in anywhere from. No, it wasn't all bad. I actually personally liked the final episode. I'm not above the hating, by the way. Like, I will hate it. It doesn't matter if you're a show which I've watched my whole life. Like, Chainsaw Man is a recent example. I read Chainsaw Man manga for 6+ years. I was the biggest glazer of Chainsaw Man. I still am. I still think if you remove the ending, it's the best new generation shonen. But the ending was trash, so I hated it. So I'm not above hating, you know, I'm not glazing on anything. But I personally think the finale episode of season 5 of Boys wasn't as bad as people made it out to be. Like, before starting The Boys, I saw like many people like, oh, I'm disappointed in season 5 Boys, it was so bad, they should have ended at season 3. And when I actually watched it, I don't think it's as bad. I personally enjoyed the fuck out of Homelander death scene. Like, I was jumping in my chair. It was so much satisfying to see Homelander die. Like, oh my fucking god, 5 seasons worth of build up for this piece of shit to die. and when he finally died in a pathetic way, it was so much fucking fun. And yeah, Homelander, that was one of the biggest criticism people had for season 5, which was like, oh, we were promised scorched earth, why the fuck we didn't got scorched earth? According to me, I think that's supposed to be the point. Like, Homelander doesn't deserve a scorched earth. He doesn't deserve to go out in a grand way. The whole point of Homelander death is that he's nothing without his power, so he's gonna die a pathetic death. Like, he's not fucking invincible. The Mark and Omni-Man are fighting and they kill thousands of people and level all of Chicago. Like, and I saw many people complaining about power scaling stuff like, oh, Homelander is so fast, he can catch up to A-Train, which he didn't, by the way. He can't catch up to A-Train. A-Train just slipped. But yeah, he can go to space in seconds. Why didn't he just run away from Butcher and Kimiko? And how was Butcher even able to grab him? Homelander should be way too fast. And I'm like, that's just cap. There is some level of bullshit in every fucking show in fiction. You can't make a super powered show in fiction without some bullshit. Like, yeah, Homelander could have escaped if we apply logic to it, but if you apply logic, Flash also destroys your favorite hero. Not just superhero shows, anime for example. Blue Goku is more than strong enough to destroy the whole universe, but he almost died to a normal ass laser. Like, you know, there has to be some level of bullshit in every fucking show. Again, I'm not trying to justify it. I still think it was pretty cheap, but I also don't think it's a very big criticism. But speaking of Homelander and A-Train, very good characters, both of them, by the way. I hate Homelander with everything I have, but I think he's a very fucking good villain. This guy is menacing. Every time he was on the screen in any seasons, shit just get intense. Like, okay, what the fuck is he gonna do? Who is he gonna kill? Like, Homelander is a good fucking villain. Again, I hate him very much. I enjoyed the fuck out of his death scene, but holy fuck, Homelander was a good villain. And yeah, A-Train. A-Train is also one of my favorite characters. I think I forgot to mention, he's like my 4th favorite character. One of the best redemption arc I ever saw happened with A-Train. They took their time with A-Train redemption arc. Like I said, it's one of the best I ever saw. It starts from all the way in season 1, from him taking V. Now in season 2, his heart is failing and he's literally just in the 7 as a diversity hire. And season 3, the shit actually gets personal. People of his group are getting attacked by this racist suit, and then his brother gets attacked by the guy, so now shit is getting personal. So then in season 4, he actually gets his redemption arc again, and that too slowly. He took his time with A-Train redemption arc, and I really love that. Like I said, one of the best redemption arc in fiction, and especially like when it came all circle in season 5 episode 1, it came full circle when he dodges a lady running, and because of that he gets killed. And in season 1 episode 1, we see him running through a lady. Like, that was his ultimate redemption. But I like A-Train redemption arc so much. And speaking of redemption arc, one of the criticism I saw for season 5 of Boys is that Deep didn't got a redemption arc. If we genuinely expected a redemption arc for Deep, I don't know if you and me were watching the same fucking show, because at no point in story I expected a redemption arc for this guy. I hate Deep, by the way. He sexually assaulted someone, so I never really expected a true redemption arc or expected to forgive him like A-Train. Deep has always been a Homelander cocksucker, and he will do everything to stay in that position. There was never a redemption arc on table for Deep. But speaking of finale, again, Homelander death was good, very satisfying. Butcher death was good too, and it was pretty close to the comic where Butcher is about to do some fucked up shit and Huey has to kill him to stop him. And again, Butcher death is also good in the show. Like, he has the virus set up and he's about to kill every soup on the planet, and Huey, he has to kill him. He doesn't do it because he sees his brother in Huey, and before his dying moment he actually admits it, something which he was denying in season 1 and 2. Like, oh, don't talk about Huey looking like don't talk about. In his dying moment he's like, yeah, you're spreading image of my brother Lenny. A lot of people are criticizing that, oh, the Watt is still up, they can just make another Homelander, nothing's stopping them. And I agree, like, Watt not going down is a problem. But then I remember the conversation between Stan Edgar and Mother's Milk. Edgar says, like, taking Watt down doesn't mean anything. You're fighting against supply and demand. Yeah, you fucking took down every superhero on planet. Yeah, you took down Watt. The fucking void which will create after taking down superheroes will create a demand for other things, something to replace superhero, and corporates will supply. You can't break this supply and demand chains. You take down Watt and superhero, something else will come up. But that doesn't excuse the fact that the Watt is still up and running. That's where my point comes in. Like, they're keeping the world alive on purpose so that they can make more spin-offs of it. Like, if they just fucking take down the Watt and superhero and everything and the world is over, there is no point for a spin-off. It's not just Boys. I see a lot of fucking franchise suffer from this when they get like too much popular. Again, like I said, there are very good criticisms to be made for season 5. Some of the character doesn't get good redemption, like fucking Black Noir. The whole Black Noir plotline. Okay, let's talk about it. they introduce a new Black Noir in season 4, and I was like, okay, they introduce a new Black Noir. First of all, the whole Black Noir, it's completely different from comic. Like in the comic, it's just a fucking Homelander clone, but in the fucking show, it's actually different. From season 1 to 3 is someone who used to work with Soldier Boy, and from season 4 is some other random guy who's just taking the place of Black Noir. Season 5, they start actually giving him more attention. I'm like, okay, where is his plotline going? Nothing. He just gets killed by Deep. Like, what was the whole point of making this character if you're just gonna kill him randomly? And not just fucking Black Noir, Murray also doesn't get a fucking conclusion. Like, Gen V season 2 ended on this like high note, like, oh, Murray is also joining the gang. Now she's gonna, fight against Homelander. Especially the fact that she is literally like kind of related to Homelander. They both are the only surviving super strong babies, basically equals. Murray was said multiple times to be equal to Homelander in Gen V season 2. So I was like, okay, I can't wait for Murray to meet Homelander. What's she gonna do? Like, is she gonna help against Homelander? She does nothing. She barely shows up in season 5 of The Boys. And I liked Murray so much in Gen V. I actually liked Gen V, by the way. Like, I think Gen V was actually fucking pretty good. The whole plotline, everything, I think it was actually pretty good. But her first appearance in season 5 is her giving a note to Starlight about the Priest guy movement, and that's it. And then the last scene is her taking the refugees to Canada, and that's it. They literally spend a whole season, Gen V season 2, just to fucking tell us how fucking close Homelander and Murray are. Literally the two strongest heroes. Like, she's literally on level of Homelander. But then they never fucking interact, and she doesn't do anything against Homelander. Like, yeah, there are general problems with season 5, and I think it's either season 5 or season 4 which are the weakest season. Like in season 5, they waste so much time doing some shit which just amounts to nothing. Like the whole virus plotline, it just didn't went anywhere. The whole point of Gen V season 1 was to set up the virus, and then it's actually a plot point in season 5 of The Boys, but it just goes nowhere. The only thing this virus does is just kill some random ass superheroes, and that's it. The whole virus plotline was completely useless. At the end, they just had to make a Soldier Boy version 2 with Kimiko and then new Homelander's powers. Again, I don't think it's the worst finale ever. Like I said, there were things I liked. Overall conclusion with Homelander and Butcher was actually pretty good. They landed the ending pretty good, but it could have been miles more better. Like, there are genuine criticisms to be made here. But at Gen V, I didn't talk about Gen V much, but yeah, Gen V was pretty good. When I first started it, I was like, oh, who are any of these characters? I'm not gonna care about any of them. Like, first, I didn't even like starting Gen V. I thought I'm just gonna watch all of The Boys and then I'll watch Gen V, but then I got to know, like, no, you have to watch Gen V. It's actually part of the plot. So I actually didn't want to start Gen V when I did. Like, I just got off season 3 of The Boys, so I just wanted to get over with Gen V so that I can continue with season 4. I was like, I'm just gonna watch through it. I don't really care about Gen V, but I watched one episode and I got hooked in, and then I watched all the other episodes, and Gen V was actually pretty good. Season 2 of Gen V was also pretty good. I had some problem with Murray as a character, like especially towards the end when she starts acting more cocky. Like, even though she says like, oh yeah guys, I'm not anything special, but then she starts acting cocky. You guys can't help me, I have to do my own stuff. Like, I kind of find those stuff annoying, but other than that, Gen V was pretty good. But anyway, I just want to talk a little bit about The Boys. I'm actually super sleepy right now. I don't know if you can see, but my eyes are actually just like not so good right now. But yeah, anyway, I just want to talk a little bit about The Boys. Like, after the years I finally watched it. Next probably on my list is either Avatar or completing Yu Yu Hakusho, one of these two. But I finally made the Boys video. I've been talking about this for a long time. But anyway, yeah, see ya.